Attention! This is not material for passive consumption. It is designed to be heard with maximum concentration. The following revelations are direct, potentially disturbing, and may challenge your perceptions. Due to the sensitive nature of the content, its availability may be limited. Your experience on this topic is valuable. Leave it in the comments.
What if the person you trust most is secretly controlling your mind? Someone you see every day, your friend, your partner, your coworker, could be one of the dangerous minds Sigmund Freud warned us about, weaving a web of manipulation that threatens your peace, your freedom, even your sanity. Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, saw these types lurking in the shadows of the human psyche, their motives driven by dark impulses most of us can't fathom. That uneasy feeling in your gut, that moment when their words feel too smooth, their anger too sharp, or their blame too heavy. It's not just your imagination. It's a signal to escape before their dangerous influence traps you. In this video, we're exposing the 5 dangerous minds Freud said you must flee, or face their wrath. These aren't just personality quirks. They're red flags of manipulation, control, and psychological danger. Stay with us because by the end, you'll know how to recognize these threats, protect yourself, and act now to break free. Have you ever felt someone's charm was a trap or their anger a warning? Let's uncover the truth together. The first dangerous mind is the seducer. Freud saw these types as driven by the id, the raw primal part of the psyche that craves pleasure and power. Seducers use charm to control, their words like honey, pulling you in before you realize you're caught. They're the ones who make you feel special, only to use your trust against you. You might know a seducer, a coworker who flatters you to get your help, a partner who showers you with affection to keep you close, a friend who always seems to need something. Their manipulation is subtle, their charm a weapon, and their danger lies in how easily they make you lower your guard. Picture this. You're at a networking event, the room buzzing with conversation. A colleague named Emma approaches, her smile warm, her compliments effusive. "You're so talented," she says, leaning in, her eyes locked on yours. "I could learn so much from you." You're flattered, drawn in by her attention. She asks for your help on a project and you agree, thinking you're building a connection. But soon you're doing her work while she takes the credit, her smile never fading. When you confront her, she laughs, saying, "I thought we were a team." That's the seducer's manipulation, using charm to get what they want, leaving you drained. Freud warned that these types exploit your desires, turning your emotions into their tools. Or consider a partner named Liam. He's attentive, always texting sweet messages, calling you perfect. But when you need support, he's distant, only reappearing when he wants something. Your time, your money, your loyalty. "You're the only one I trust," he says, his voice soft, but his eyes are calculating. When you say no, his charm vanishes, replaced by guilt-tripping. "I thought you cared about me." That's the seducer's dangerous mind at work, using affection as a leash. Or imagine a friend named Sophia, who always compliments your style, your ideas. But every favor she asks comes with strings. She borrows money, saying, "You're so generous," but never pays it back. When you ask, she turns cold, saying, "You're making it a big deal." That's the seducer's manipulation, charm that hides control. To recognize a seducer, watch for inconsistencies. Is their kindness tied to what they want? Do their actions match their words? Test their motives. Say no to a request and see how they react. If their charm fades, if they guilt-trip or withdraw, that's a red flag. To protect yourself, set boundaries. Don't share too much, and don't fall for flattery. Keep a record of their promises. Save texts or emails where they ask for favors, noting dates and times. If their smile feels rehearsed, it probably is. Have you ever been swept away by someone's charm, only to realize they were using you? That's the seducer, and you need to escape now. The second dangerous mind is the repressor. Freud described these types as bottling up their aggression, their id's violent impulses held back by a fragile superego, the moral part of the psyche. But that repression builds pressure, and when it explodes, their wrath is devastating. You might know a repressor, a friend who seems calm but snaps unexpectedly, a partner who hides their anger until it erupts, a coworker who holds grudges silently. Their manipulation lies in their unpredictability, keeping you on edge, never knowing when their dangerous mind will strike. Imagine working with a colleague named Tom. He's quiet, professional, always nodding politely in meetings. But when you get a promotion he wanted, his demeanor shifts. He's still calm, but his comments turn sharp, laced with bitterness. One day you make a small mistake, and he explodes, shouting, "You think you're better than everyone!" His outburst shocks the team, his face red, his voice shaking. Later he acts like nothing happened, saying, "I was just stressed." That's the repressor's dangerous mind, hiding aggression until it bursts. Freud warned that their repressed emotions make them volatile, their anger a ticking bomb. Or consider a partner named Rachel. She's sweet, reserved, rarely showing anger. But when you disagree on something small, like plans for the weekend, she shuts down, her silence heavy. Days later, she unleashes a torrent of rage, bringing up every mistake you've ever made. "You never listened to me," she yells, her eyes wild, as if all her buried anger has broken free. That's the repressor's manipulation, storing resentment until it overwhelms. Or think about a friend named Mike who seems easygoing but holds grudges. When you cancel plans, he says, "No big deal." But weeks later he lashes out, accusing you of being selfish. That's the repressor's wrath, dangerous because it's hidden. To recognize a repressor, watch for signs of suppressed anger. Do they go quiet when upset, only to explode later? Do their outbursts seem disproportionate to the situation? Notice their body language, clenched fists, tight jaws, or forced smiles. To protect yourself, don't provoke their anger, but don't tiptoe either. Set clear boundaries. Say, "I need calm communication," and stick to it. Document their outbursts, noting what triggered them and when, in case their behavior escalates. If you feel like you're walking on eggshells, that's a sign to escape. Have you ever been blindsided by someone's sudden rage? That's the repressor, and you need to protect yourself now. The third dangerous mind is the projector. Freud identified projection as a defense mechanism, where someone casts their own flaws onto others to avoid facing them. Projectors blame you for their mistakes, their anger, their failures, making you feel guilty for things you didn't do. You might know a projector, a boss who accuses you of being lazy when they miss deadlines, a partner who blames you for their infidelity, a friend who says you're the problem when they let you down. Their manipulation is insidious, twisting your reality until you doubt yourself. Picture a coworker named Sarah. She's charismatic, always leading team projects, but when a deadline is missed, she points at you. "You didn't pull your weight," she says in front of the team, even though she forgot to send key files. You try to explain, but she cuts you off, saying, "Don't make excuses." Suddenly, you're the one apologizing, questioning your own work. That's the projector's dangerous mind, blaming others to protect their ego. Freud warned that projection is a shield for their insecurities, but it's a weapon against you. Or consider a partner named David. He's charming, but when he's caught lying about where he was, he turns it around. "You're too controlling," he says, his voice sharp. "If you trusted me, we wouldn't have this problem." Suddenly you're apologizing for questioning him, even though he's the one who lied. That's the projector's manipulation, making you the villain in their story. Or imagine a friend named Lisa who promises to help you move but doesn't show up. When you ask why, she snaps, "You're so needy. I have my own life." Her failure becomes your fault, leaving you confused. That's the projector's wrath, distorting reality to escape accountability. To recognize a projector, watch for blame shifting. Do they accuse you of things they're guilty of? Do they make you feel responsible for their mistakes? Notice if their accusations feel personal, designed to hit your insecurities. To protect yourself, don't internalize their blame. Call out their behavior calmly. Say, "I didn't cause this issue. and stick to facts. Document their accusations. Save emails or texts where they shift blame, noting dates and details. If you feel like you're always apologizing for things you didn't do, that's a sign to escape. Have you ever been blamed for someone else's failures? That's the projector, and you need to act now. The fourth dangerous mind is the obsessor. Freud saw obsession as a fixation driven by unresolved conflicts in the psyche, often in the ID or unconscious. Obsessors latch onto people, ideas, or goals with an intensity that feels suffocating. Their dangerous mind consumed by control. You might know an obsessor, a friend who demands all your time, a partner who monitors your every move, a coworker who fixates on outshining you. Their manipulation is relentless, their focus a trap that pulls you into their orbit. Imagine a friend named Emily. She's always texting, calling, wanting to know where you are, who you're with. At first, you think she's just clingy, but her messages grow intense. "Why didn't you answer?" She texts at 2 a.m., her words sharp. When you set boundaries, she guilt trips you saying, "I thought you were my best friend." Her obsession isn't friendship, it's control. Freud warned that these types are driven by inner turmoil, their fixation a way to mask their own fears. Their dangerous mind can suffocate you if you don't escape. Or consider a partner named Mark. He insists on knowing your schedule, checking your phone, saying, "I just care about you." But his care feels like surveillance, his questions like interrogations. When you push back, he accuses you of hiding something, his eyes narrowing. That's the obsessor's manipulation, using fixation to dominate. Or think about a coworker named Alex who's obsessed with beating you at work. He tracks your projects, copies your ideas, and undermines you subtly, saying, "I'm just trying to keep up." His obsession isn't ambition. It's a dangerous need to win at your expense. To recognize an obsessor, watch for intense focus. Do they demand too much of your time or attention? Do they react poorly when you set boundaries? Notice their language. Do they use guilt or accusations to keep you close? To protect yourself, set firm limits. Say, "I need space," and enforce it. Document their behavior. Save messages or note interactions that feel controlling, with dates and times. If their intensity feels like a cage, that's a sign to escape. Have you ever felt trapped by someone's relentless attention? That's the obsessor, and you need to protect yourself now. The fifth dangerous mind is the denier. Freud saw denial as a defense mechanism, where someone refuses to acknowledge their flaws or actions, even when confronted with evidence. Deniers lie effortlessly, dismissing your concerns, making you question your reality. You might know a denier, a friend who betrays you and acts innocent, a partner who cheats and claims it never happened, a coworker who sabotages you and denies it. Their manipulation is gaslighting, their dangerous mind rewriting the truth to protect themselves. Picture a partner named Sophie. You catch her texting someone late at night, and when you ask, she laughs, saying, "You're imagining things." You show her the messages and she shrugs, saying, "That's just a friend. You're overreacting." Suddenly, you're doubting yourself, wondering if you're the problem. That's the denier's dangerous mind, erasing the truth to keep control. Freud warned that denial is a shield for their ego, but it's a weapon that distorts your reality. Or consider a coworker named James. He takes credit for your work, and when you confront him, he says, "I never said it was mine. You must have misunderstood." His calm tone and steady gaze make you question your memory, even though you know the truth. That's the denier's manipulation, making you doubt what you know. Or imagine a friend named Mia who borrows money and never pays it back. When you ask, she says, "I paid you last month," even though you have no record. Her denial isn't forgetfulness. It's a calculated lie. That's the denier's wrath, rewriting reality to escape accountability. To recognize a denier, watch for gaslighting. Do they dismiss your concerns or deny obvious truths? Do they make you question your own memory? Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it is. To protect yourself, rely on evidence. Save texts, emails, or screenshots that prove their actions, noting dates and details. Confront them with facts, not emotions, and if they deflect, Distance yourself. If you feel like you're losing your grip on reality, that's a sign to escape. Have you ever been told you're imagining things when you know you're not? That's the denier, and you need to act now. Let's pull this together. These 5 dangerous minds, the seducer, the repressor, the projector, the obsessor, the denier, are not just personality flaws. They're threats Sigmund Freud warned us about, rooted in the darkest corners of the psyche. They're the coworker who charms you into doing their work, the partner who hides their anger until it explodes, the friend who blames you for their failures, the lover who fixates on controlling you, the colleague who denies their betrayal. Their manipulation is real, their danger closer than you think, but you have the power to recognize them, to protect yourself, to escape before their influence traps you. Start with awareness. Know these dangerous minds and their patterns. The seducer uses charm, don't fall for it. The repressor hides anger. Watch for sudden outbursts. The projector blames you. Trust your reality. The obsessor fixates, set firm boundaries. The denier lies. Rely on evidence. Trust your gut. If someone's charm feels too perfect, if their anger seems out of nowhere, if their blame feels unfair, don't ignore it. Set boundaries. Say no and mean it. Document everything. Texts, emails, interactions that could prove their manipulation. Save screenshots, note dates, keep a journal. Seek clarity by talking to others who've seen their behavior. You don't have to be their victim. You can recognize the danger, protect your mind, and escape their control. You're not alone. Maybe you're thinking of someone right now, someone whose charm felt like a trap, whose anger caught you off guard, whose blame made you doubt yourself. Have you seen these dangerous minds in your life? Have you felt their manipulation tightening its grip? Share your story in the comments. Tell us about the coworker who used you, the partner who blamed you, the friend who denied their betrayal. Your experience could help someone else recognize the red flags they're missing. The more we share, the more we learn to protect ourselves. If you want to dive deeper into Sigmund Freud's psychology, the dangerous minds you can't ignore, and how to escape their influence, hit that subscribe button. Danger. Radar is here to guide you, to help you unmask the threats hiding in plain sight. Don't let their manipulation control you. Protect your mind now. Stay sharp, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.